Hey, how y'all doing? Triple OG coming at you guys from WB Underground Newsroom.
It's your boy Brainstorming, and you know we had to bring the truth, man.
Without the truth,
You can't be free.
there's no freedom. We must bring it like it is, and if it ain't the truth, it's not coming from Brandon,
Ain't come from my
Triple
mouth.
OG. You hear me? But gotta tell you guys this: the villains may change, but their names remain the same.
The usual suspects.
The usual suspects.
You know I know what it is. We're talking about Tricky Dick.
The biggest
The biggest trickster
in history
worldwide.
of the United States, and nobody seems to grasp anything that's going on. Nobody seems to grasp anything that's going on.
Except for me and OG.
The trickster can never out-trick the tricknologist. And we're here to bring you the tricks from the trickster. And the tricknologist is going to show you how to analyze this stuff.
And cure it.
For sure. Now,
We already seen the separation, the dictation, lack of misrepresentation, and lack of understanding from Donald Trump and the Republican Party.
the lack of respect for any true American.
Say it again.
Any true American. He has no respect for any one of you. Matter of fact, if you're just American, period, no respect whatsoever.
It's not about black.
It's not about white.
It's about what's right.
It's definitely about what's right. And as you know, for 3 years, 11 months, there has nothing been right in the United States. 2020. Just think about all the horrific things that have happened in 2020. And right now, Brian, right now, as we speak, coronavirus has killed, murdered. Coronavirus has murdered 210,109 human beings in the United States.
So, who's going to be held accountable for all those deaths?
Matter of fact, 7 million more are suffering from COVID-19
With no vaccine.
with no vaccine.
The big question is, who's going to be held accountable for those infections?
The question is this: as we have seen the rhetoric, as we have seen the dictation, we have seen the separation, but we know that COVID-19 does not discriminate. We know that. So, you're going to tell us, the people of the United States, that COVID-19 has infected the President of the United States, and in 3.5 days, he's the only man in the United States has been cured from COVID-19, has no symptoms. Nothing's going on with the President of the United States, even though he gets the best medicine in the history of anybody that has had the coronavirus in the United States, because he's with the best doctors that you could ever want to see. But no man, no matter how much money he has, because there are men out there with more money than him that has died from COVID-19 with no vaccine. And if you think for one moment that Donald Trump had COVID-19,
Elvis Presley is walking down St. George Street.
I seen him.
We were there yesterday.
We was there yesterday.
If Donald Trump
I seen him. him.
After COVID-19, the Elvis was walking down St. George Street, and I seen Michael Jackson
I seen both of them.
in a pair of blue suede shoes.
Yes, sir. He was clean too. He was clean. Did you see him? I know y'all had to see him.
That's the only way.
They had to see him. They had. You guys had to see Elvis and Michael hanging out
On
downtown.
St. George Street.
The St. George Street.
If
Yes.
Donald Trump had the COVID virus, and no one understands, if that's the case, then yeah, you understand our plight. You understand the plight of the black man, because that's who you unleashed it on.
And it was painful because I was one of the victims. You know, I was asymptomatic. And asymptomatic, you are sick no matter what nobody tell you.
No way.
Anybody that has been asymptomatic and was tested positive for COVID-19, their body was not the same.
It was no way, with all the medical
Impossible.
attention, even with the hospital care that he had, that they shot him up with steroids. So anybody knows when you get shot with steroids, the first thing your body does is expand. So therefore, you're going to be in the most immense pain, the most, you can't breathe.
Cannot breathe, George Floyd.
Foot on your neck.
A foot would be on your neck because I'll tell you this, your respiratory system shuts down.
That's death.
And at his age,
73.
at his age,
And his weight.
guys,
And his weight.
obese,
Obese. Also, they also says that he's in terrible shape. Terrible shape.
but he's the first man that survived COVID-19 with no symptoms in 4 days in America. Matter of fact, Brian.
Guess what he did though? You know how selfish he is?
Yeah.
He ain't even cure his own wife.
She's still sick. But to let you guys know that but to let you guys know, but the trickster is a trickster though, Brian.
He's a bad man.
The trickster is a trickster.
He's a bad
but
man.
he can never.
Trick
Ripley,
us.
believe it or not.
He can never trick us.
We are tricknologists.
Yeah.
So we break it down for y'all.
Also,
because
what about the 500 billion?
whoa, brain. How could you be thinking the same exact thing that I had on my mind? The silver platinum package that you guys.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable, man.
But you guys gonna get
It's
a
unbelievable.
silver platinum.
And they waiting on it.
Yeah, I know they're waiting
They
on
waiting
it. Brian.
on it like-
They're
they
waiting
waiting
on
on it
it.
like government
Y'all,
cheese.
I have never seen
The way-
so many rats
The way
that want to eat
That's
cheese
government
that's
cheese.
invisible.
The government cheese.
Government cheese that's invisible.
They ain't lying.
Now, we've been here for 47 months and some days. All of a sudden, he's going to give you gold. He's going to give you silver. He's going to give you platinum.
That's more expensive than anything. That's the more, you know, they like the platinum.
Matter of
They like
fact,
that
he's going to give you rubies, diamonds.
Yeah.
He's going to
All the ice, all the ice.
all the ice. You're going to get all the ice.
You finally gonna have that change.
Right. And matter of fact, Bray, bust this right here.
Got to be kidding me.
500
billion, get it right.
billion
But
dollars
you say it right. Don't say that right.
is going into the black infrastructure.
But first of all, before we even get to the 500 billion, we gotta talk about the 1,200. He's gonna
The
see
1,200 after he gets
that's gonna be charged on that.
that's right. The 1,200 that you're gonna get.
So that's what 5.
The only way you can get it. The only way you can
That's
get
5.4
it.
right
He
there.
will not give you.
Hold on. So that's 5.4.
That's 5.4, but he won't give it to you.
Yeah.
He can't, you know.
But he
He's
thinks
saying
he gonna give you
he can't give it to you right now. He won't give it to you right now. He's gonna wait until after the election.
When he wins.
When he what?
When he wins.
What are you gonna win, Brian?
The election.
What election?
November 3rd, the president. You heard what he said? It's kind of like he's telling you already. Okay, we'll be back here again.
I'm gonna take this one from Brain, because Brain is the one that actually came up with this. And you can bite it if you want. Honestly, you guys can bite this.
Please bite, yeah.
But He turned America that was great.
Mm.
That was great. Y'all heard his words. Make America great. Make America great. And he turned it around and he said, make America hate. The flip side. The flip side. See, the flip side is great. The great is the flip side. But if you have seen the dictation, you have seen the separation, you know that there were snipers killing U.S. soldiers. You know that the American people, the people of the United States, were being shot with rubber bullets and thrown tear gas on. You know that every time this man opens his mouth, there was a lie after lie after lie after lie. And he has never proven anything that he has ever said
And he still
has not come true.
And he still has not acknowledged that
COVID-19
is an actual disease. 2, he would never denounce white supremacy and racism.
he will never.
And 3, he hasn't answered a call or addressed any of the social injustice and deadly murders
In the United States.
in 2020.
In 2020,
Now, I ain't just talking about only
only
the black ones.
the black ones.
Because we are not black Americans, we are Americans.
True, but the saddest thing about our commander-in-chief, just think about this. White America, black America, blue America, it's not about white.
It's not about black.
It's about right.
It's about life.
Just think about this. 210,000 American people lost their lives in 2020 from a mistake of a self-proclaimed president, because he was self-proclaimed because he didn't win the election. He was self-proclaimed. He already knew the strategy that he was going to use to win the election. Just like he thinks he knows the strategy of saying that he's going to give you a silver platinum $500 million.
500 billion.
Billion dollars. Now, I'm going to tell you this. Wait, let me say this, Brian. What are you going to do for the Americans? If you're going to give black America $500 billion, what are you going to give the American people? Brian, what are you going to give the American people? You are only considering giving us a silver platinum floor mat and $500 billion. What are you going to give America? How do you think America is going to feel if you all of a sudden change your mind about being prejudiced and start being Santa Claus?
Hey man, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen today, tomorrow, next week. It's not going to happen, OG. He is just oh man.
Hey man, I told you, you like rats eating cheese.
It's going to take the bait.
You gonna take the bait? And you know what happens to rats eating the cheese when there's a trap down set for you. Bam! Trap, tear your head off.
Dead.
And you ready right now
Dead.
to bite a piece of that cheese, something that you will never be a part of. Because the first thing that's gonna happen is the infrastructure of the cities will be built
It'll be built.
for rich
white folks.
Yes. And
rich white and rich black folks.
and rich black folks. Right.
Let's get that right too.
Bust this though.
What's your tax bracket?
The minorities will be staying on the outskirts of desolate land, right here where we live at. How many minutes we got? Right?
We over 15, we over the limit.
Oh damn!
You gotta keep going now. Since we recording right now.
We ain't gonna be able to send it though.
We should be able to still be able to send it.
No.